Alright, this is the van. I wanted to do this quick video to show you exactly how to operate it, because it is a classic and it does take a little finessing. So, 3 keys. Key for ignition, key for the trunk, key for the water container here, which holds your 12-litre water tank, which you can find. I got that one from a store called Officeworks, so if you need one, Officeworks. New tires, rims, brakes, all the good stuff. Keep yourself on the road. New inlet here for when you're camping at power. That's a solar charge for the inside fairy lights. Alright, first things first, going into the cabin, you'll need the ignition key, which is the more worn of the two. When it's cold, it's got a choke. So your choke is down here. Pull the choke all the way out. You don't need to do anything else with the accelerator or anything. You basically just turn it. If it's in neutral, because it is a stick shift, and it fires up. The engine has been reconditioned, so the engine is in good condition. It's, brand new. It's always going to fire up. It just kind of, again, old car, carburetors, takes a little finessing sometimes. When it's hot, I find the best way to start it is just put the accelerator to the floor. So now you can hear it starting to warm up. Just put the choke in a little bit. And then just let it idle and that'll do its thing. The odometer, which is here, which reads the odos, that stopped at 149. It tried to click over when I was on the road trip. It stopped. Doesn't make any difference to the car. It just doesn't tell you that it's got more than that. But the engine's only got about 2,000 kilometers on it at the moment, so which is about, 1,200 miles or something. Now this is Apple CarPlay, so you plug this into your phone and you can have Google Maps, Spotify. It's all touchscreen, so, and then you can actually stream YouTube videos as well, if you want to watch YouTube movies for the passenger whilst you're driving, as long as you're doing it safely. This is a little fridge. It's plugged into the cigarette lighter here. That'll power on when you're driving, when the car's running. It's just big enough or small enough for the essentials, milks and stuff. Cup holders in the front there. I'll take you around. There's Abby. Alright. Actually, I might turn the engine off so you can hear me. And yes, I could not find a cover that goes under here for the life of me anywhere in the world. I just cannot find one, so it's missing. So you got this little fold-out table here, which is just wedged in. It doesn't really lock, but that's good for outdoor cooking. And then I need 2 hands maybe. No. Locks under there, and then you can just drop it and it just wedges itself in. Alright, indoor. As you can see, finished the build. Yay! The roof is pretty crazy. It does have string lights, little fairy lights, if you can see them up in there. They come on, it's powered by that solar unit there, so it comes on when it's dark, and then there's little switches on the back there that you can turn it on. These little lights here are touch, so you touch them to turn them on. You can hold it to make it brighter, hold it again to make it dimmer, and then touch it again to turn it off. There's another one at the back there. They do have USB plugs under them, so you can charge your phone or whatever when you're sitting here at your little computer desk or dining table if it's raining. It's a little tight, but it's a van, and that's what you get. So you've got, this is what goes to the freshwater tank. That's fresh water. It actually is rechargeable, so it's got an input at the back here, somewhere back there, which is a micro USB, and I've got a charger in the glove box. You plug that from there into here and it'll charge this if it ever gets low. This will tell you your battery indication, 100%, your voltage, that's it, and then off again. You've got your power inverter under here. So you take this out, and that's your inverter if you want to plug any 240 volt or 220 or 110, whatever you call it in the US, but Australia here it's 220, but that converts that power. I switch that on. That powers all the LED strips and stuff like that, right? So you can leave that on if you'd like to. It doesn't drain too much battery. But you've got a little remote here, which powers, as you can see, the LED lights from under there. It's daytime, so it'll show up more at nighttime. But that one, you point to that little nodule in the corner there. That's off, on, and then you can change the color, white, whatever you like. I like it a little bit more tungsten. And then if you aim it up here, you'll get the top ones. Now, upon installation, I did pinch the rest of that, so that last few feet changes color, which is kind of annoying, but I didn't have time to fix it. But that'll give you some light there. And then, I mean, again, the fairy lights will provide enough light anyway. So that'll go off, that'll go off, and that remote sits there. Now, this little speaker, you can use to plug into the TV. Yes, you have a TV. So there's an auxiliary cable there. I usually plug that in. The TV does have speakers, but it does sound, movies sound way better when you've got this plugged in. And again, it's wireless, uses its own battery, so you can charge that as you drive. Drawers and cupboards, so you got a little latch here to lock that when you're driving. But that's your first drawer for utensils and whatnot. And then this one down the bottom is actually a push to open one, so you kind of got to give it a bit of a push in the middle and then pull. And that's kind of, it's pretty deep, so clothing and then whatever. Back in, and then I kind of give it like a bit of a push to close. This one here, again, this is a latch one, opens as a milk frother, which plugs into the inverter. That's good for heating water, milk, make coffees, all the rest of it. So I'll leave that with you. Now, this thing here is actually a battery jump starter. So if you do park somewhere for a couple of days and you are using a lot of battery and the car doesn't start because I don't have solar panels, this thing here just plugs straight into the battery and it'll start your engine 10 times over. So that's super crucial, I think, for camping and never getting stuck, because it will jump start the car. New koala mattress, which is super comfortable. The linen and stuff comes with it, all been washed. Thank you, Abby. And then you go around to the back here, which I've closed. So now I'm gonna have to go back here. Little side tour of the. Oh yeah, and so that's right. To turn this off the rest of the way, you got to push that down and turn the key. So that's that thing there. Now this is stick shift. Whilst I'm here, it is stick shift. So you've got accelerator, brake, clutch on that side, and basically you've got the little map here of the gears. So you sort of clutch in first is up to the front, second, third, fourth. So it's a 4-speed. And then for reverse, basically I always go up and then down and then far back. Again, it's an old car, so you kind of have to give it some finessing, but basically if you're in neutral, then you go to reverse, you just go up, down, back. That's reverse. So it's almost like it's going to fourth. But just to get it there, sometimes I find that if you try and just do it straight away, it won't, but I go up, down, back, and then you're good. Anyway, classic cars, huh? So let's go to the back. Key thing which has been repaired. So this is the newer key, and I find that it's sort of, if you give it a little bit left and then a little bit right, it'll pop, then handle up, and here. So, drawer here, huge drawer for storage, and that's a pass-through for surfboards and stuff, and for longer items. That's that. Now, the TV here, I mean, I might have just timed out because I took too long. Oh, there we go. So basically that's all powered from that one USB cable that plugs in under this light here. So I usually just leave it unplugged, and then I plug it in, and then I connect it to the hotspot on my phone. And then of course you can just hit like Netflix, whatever. It might not be connected. Oh, it is connected. Yeah, so it's connected to mine at the moment, but just sign into yours. But yeah, you can have Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, watch movies on the go. And that is kind of it, I suppose. Again, charge your phones here at night time, and then again, if I pull this out, boom, goes. And then just use that speaker that's next to the plants there for better quality sound. But that's pretty much everything. Let me know if you got any questions and stuff. To pull the pop top down, I do it with 2 people, because there was 2 handles up in the middle here. There's actually a piece of wood that goes around. I took it down because they were broken, but you can put them back in. A couple of screws, won't take you long at all. Take it to someone if you have to, but otherwise I usually pull. There's silver hooks at the front, and then there's one silver hook at the back, and so Abby just pulls that one, I pull that one, and then you just got to make sure you pull this in, pull it halfway, pull all the cloth in, so it doesn't get wedged on the outside and tear. You can see it got pinched up the front there a long time ago before I owned it, but yeah, it just makes it easier if someone's pulling that silver hook, and then they hook onto there to hold it down. This curtain here is spare. I hang this across here at night time, but otherwise every window has a curtain, so it's full block out. And same with the door, and then I just hang this one over this, hang it down across the table there, and it blocks everything out. I'll just stick that in here. And that's it. That's the car. That's everything. Woohoo! Good luck, have fun.